if you're carrying on, negative beliefs and wrong beliefs about money, you'll just wonder, man, I was this close to making it so many times. Why am I still stuck in this job? Why did my friends get ahead? Why did he get ahead? She get ahead? Why did Dean's other students get ahead? A lot of times it's as simple as your relationship with money. Let's talk about money. Money is a weird thing to talk about to some people. It might even be a weird subject to you. And before I get to that, before I talk about how I think money is the weirdest thing in the world, it's like we have this weird, I said weird way too many times. We have this relationship with money. Like, think about if we were a therapist, right? If we were at a therapist and like money was on one couch and you were on the other and the therapist was there. Money is one of those things that you some people don't like it, or afraid to think about it, or don't want to talk about it too much. Some people even think money may be bad or money is evil, while simultaneously, it's the thing that causes the most stress and worry in their life. It's really crazy. It's like you desire it because it'll release pain, but at the same time, you're kind of pushing it away. So that's 30,000 foot. Let's dig in. But first, some cool stats I think you guys should look at. CNBC says finances are the leading cause of stress in a relationship. CNBC. Kansas State University did a study, and I'm just pulling little pieces out of a long article, but the top predictor of a divorce is arguing about money. Here's another stat. 76% of all Americans say that money is the leading cause of stress in their life. So if 76% of the people say money is the leading cause of stress in their life, what do you think the number one cause of heart disease, cancer, anxiety, stress, the worry, the things that are crippling our community, our stress? And this report says 76% of people are, the most thing they're stressed about is money in their life. So again, here we go with that relationship. We despise it in so many cases, where we get mad on how we can earn it. We get mad we don't have enough of all this stuff. While simultaneously, it's the one thing that can take away so much stress in our lives. So we're going to create a new relationship here in the next few minutes. And I'd really love for you to be open-minded. You know, sometimes we say, hey, I want you to think about this. Sometimes I will talk to people and they want the magic bullet, the magic pill, the magic keypad to hit that is going to make them money overnight. The magic money machine. Hell, there's a lot of people on Facebook making money selling the magic money machine, right? And the more I've been in this game of helping, this industry of helping others achieve more success, more financial success, more stability, while simultaneously where I came from of having nothing in the evolution, the more I look at that, the more I see the evolution of it is 80%, and I probably would have said 20%, then 30%, then for the older I get, I realize that 80% of what you need to make more money, to be more successful, to start your own business, or thrive in the one that you have, or take a side hustle or side business, or evolve through the ranks in the current job you have, or the sales position, or if you're a network marketer, the ability for you to go faster, quicker, and higher literally lies between here. I think 80% lies between here, and the last 20% are the tactical strategies that you use, whether that's making money in real estate, like I teach so many of my students to do, or making money online, or making money with stocks, or making money in your own business or your own company, or selling information, or whatever it is that you do. I really believe that 20% is the end, because if this isn't right, if the foundation isn't right, things just fall apart, things crumble, you give up too soon, you get frustrated too easy, anxiety and overwhelm happen too fast, and then you back up and you retreat and go, maybe next time. And then you go for the next business or the next thing. I mean, how many times do you bounce and bounce and bounce thinking, this one will be the magical one, this one will be the magical one? No, without the core foundation for success, you could bounce around from job to job, business to business, opportunity to opportunity for your whole life. And I want that to stop. That's why I don't take you guys being a part of this group lightly. I want to share with you what I believe are the greatest strategies to get you to that next level of where you want to go. So thank you for all the comments of the win. Okay, so let's get to some, let's get to the money relationship and the beliefs that so many people have. And maybe some of these you don't have. So let me go through 4 beliefs that I think are crippling if you have any ounce of it. And we want to spin those today. So number 1, money is scarce. We've all been told that money doesn't grow on trees. And what that is we feel that money is scarce, or in fact, we live in a fear that it's going to run out or going to vanish. And we know that money doesn't vanish. Money's not going away. There's the same amount of money, if not more, around the world than there's ever been. It's not getting smaller. Think about that. Like, really think what I just said. Money is not shrinking, right? In fact, this year, in America alone, and I've said the stats, a lot of you have heard this, but because it boggles my mind, that there's 1,700 new millionaires being created every day in America. Think about that, 1,700 new millionaires every single day in America. Is that 80? Doing the math? Yeah, like every hour, every. I mean, it's crazy, right? So think about that. And I took some notes here. So instead of the question, and this is one I really want you to think about. What happens is when we think about money is scarce and it doesn't go on trees, and we have this feeling that it's getting shrinking and it's going away, what we ask ourselves is this: how do I protect myself? How do I save this money? How do I make sure no one takes what I have? And that mindset keeps you on the sidelines. I want you to say, what about asking yourself a different question? Because here's the thing: if money doesn't disappear, if we know it's the same amount or more, can we agree on that? If it's not disappearing, then all it is money is moving from one group of people to another group of people. Same amount of money. If there's still, let's say there's $100 and you're moving it around amongst a bunch of people, it's just who's getting the chunk of it. There's still $100. The same sum total is there. It's just moving differently. So the question you should be asking yourself is not how do I hold on to what I have? How do I make sure I don't lose any of this? How do I make sure, I keep the lights off at night? I'm not saying you shouldn't be conservative. What I'm saying is, instead of having that mindset, what we should be saying is, how do I become the person? And this is one, write this down. I hope you're paying attention here today, guys. I hope you're not playing with social media, looking around, try to focus on this, because the question should be, how do I become the person where the money is moving to rather than away from? Right? Just the same thought process, just a different shift. Instead of thinking money is scarce and it's going away, no, there's 1,700 new millionaires a day in America alone being created right now. Money's not getting scarce. It's just those people, money is flowing to them, and somebody else who's standing there trying to protect themselves and thinking in a scarce mindset, their money is slowly going away. Now, I am surely not going to be an advocate or say that you shouldn't be conservative, that you shouldn't save money, that you shouldn't be smart with your money. Of course you should. But here's what I know. In the evolution of my life of going from that kid living in a bathroom with my dad and not having money and all those things, and I'm not saying that to give you my pitch or my story, but when I look back at when I tried to save and be conservative because I listened to, maybe grandparents that went through the Depression, or listened to people that, was like, you're crazy. What I realize is, when you change your mindset on money, when you gain the capabilities, and when you take action, it is, in my opinion, you could disagree with me, in my opinion, money is easier to flow to you and make it than it is to save it. I even look at that in my business. I'm like, hey, let's tighten up on expenses. And I'll look through all these things like, okay, if we tighten up all those, because we're such a big company now, we could save this much. But if I write a new book, if I start a new campaign, if I do some more real estate deals, I can bring in this much with the same amount of effort. Like, save this much or just make this much. The hell with it. Keep everybody there. Keep the lights on. I'm going to go make it over here. Now, I might be an extreme, but I'd like to give you a little bit of that. That if we stand on the sidelines envying those making more, being not jealous, but like desiring what other people have, but we're afraid because we want to hold on to what we have and be afraid to take action, a lot of times those opportunities pass us by. Let's look at number 2. We believe if we make it, that we're taking it from others or hurting others. And that's so false. But I want you to dig in, and I'm not going to go deep on this one. I just want you to think about that, because I will talk to people who are just anti-money. They want to be in, it's this like two forces fighting inside their body. They want to start their own business. They want to be a capitalist. They want to be an entrepreneur. They want to take ownership of their life. They want to be in control, while simultaneously they feel bad because they feel like if they're making too much of it, they're actually taking it from other people. You're not. In fact, I want you to have a new thought process on that. When you make money, if you want to change the world, if you want to make an impact on your family, if you want to make an impact on your church, if you want to make an impact on those that need it, those in Houston right now, those in Florida right now, or those struggling in the Midwest, or those struggling in Mexico, or around the world, or build a school in Africa, you have a desire, you have an obligation to make money. And in fact, when you make money, you help the world thrive. If you get the economy in your house thriving, and you get that security and confidence and feel like I'm freaking safe no matter what, I'm making enough to live the lifestyle I want, I'm safe, you get to impact other people. Now, let's take it to another level. You start making more money. Are you actually taking it from people? Or if you get the economy in your house going, and then you flourish in your house, do you maybe hire someone to take care of your lawn? Do you hire someone to take care of your house? Do you hire someone to make meals for you? Do you drop off more dry cleaning? Do you get a new car? Do you maybe upgrade in a house? Do you start leaving the air condition lower? Do you get a personal trainer? Do you get a naturopath? Do you get a nutritionist? When you make money, you help the world grow. This is the complete opposite. It's completely false to think that if you make money, you're hurting someone else. When you make money and change the economy in your house, you can change the economy and affect the world. Someone who doesn't have a job mowing a lawn right now could have a lawn mowing company or business if you get out there and make more money and start spending it. So that whole, if I make money, I'm taking it someplace else, is completely false. And in fact, I had the opportunity to spend 2 separate years, a whole week with Richard Branson on his island. If you don't know who he is, he's the billionaire that started all the Virgin companies, Virgin Records, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Mobile, all those companies, right? I helped raise $1 million for his charity, and we got invited to go to his island, and he came, and it was awesome to spend time with a billionaire. And one morning, I get up at 5, and everybody else didn't, and he did, and he saw me a couple mornings, and he's like, hey, tomorrow morning, meet me at the docks. So I ended up sailing around the island with him for about 3 hours. It was really cool, just me and him. So I'm learning how to pull the ropes and sail and all that stuff. I wouldn't tell him that I get motion sick and I wanted to throw up on my own face, but it didn't matter. It actually wasn't that bad. But I talked to him about this. And because he owns Virgin United, and a lot of Virgin United is his charity arm, and the one we raised $1 million for. And he pays all the bills in the company, so you give him $1 million, $1 million goes on the ground to help people in need. Pretty cool. We built so many schools and did lots of great things. But I talked to him about that feeling, like to get rid of the last little bit I had in me about maybe even feeling guilty about making money. And he said something pretty cool. He said, Dean, the way I look at it is we're all blessed with different abilities. We all are blessed with different gifts. I'm not Mother Teresa. He said, I'm not the person that will, spend a month working at a soup kitchen, even though I'd love to, because my unique ability is to make money. And he said, let me ask you, Dean, if you, with your ability to make money and having this mindset of generating money, not be afraid to create profits and companies and all that stuff, he said, if you went to a soup kitchen and worked for 2 weeks, if that's all you could do, that's amazing. And the people that do it, that's their ability, that's their gift, that's what they're given to God, the universe, back to society, back to a whole. He said, you could do that for 2 weeks or a month. Or what if you popped by that homeless shelter and dropped off a check for $50,000? Which one do you think you personally could make a bigger impact on that homeless shelter? He said, if you know how to make it, if you get the right mindset, if you get the right tools and you go to another level, you have an ethical obligation to make more. And then do what you want. Give it all away if you want to. Help everybody. Help your family. Make sure your kids are okay. Retire your parents. Help your church out. Build a school in Africa. Donate it all to Houston or Florida, the next disaster that comes with people who really need it. And when he said that, it gave me that freedom. That last little bit is, this is what I want to do. I want to make thriving companies that make money, and I can do whatever I want with that money. And you get to do whatever you want. And if it's taking care of other people, helping people out, which is the greatest thing, we're all put on this earth to serve. That's why we're here. When you get past the worry of money, the next thing you think about is, who can I give it to? Who can I serve? Once you have the security for yourself, it's about everybody else. So get that whole belief out of your system. The last little bit of it, that if you're making money, you're hurting someone else, because it's simply just a lie. Money doesn't make you a better version of yourself? Basically, can money make you a better person? Now, that's one that we can argue. Now, first I said money solves problems. You guys might be able to stomach that, but now you're saying, Dean, all right, money doesn't make you a better person. No, but it can. You know, I always say when people have money or drink alcohol, it's like a magnifying glass. You get a bigger version of who they are. Like, I'm just being honest. If someone's obnoxious and broke or obnoxious when they're sober, you give them alcohol or money, they're super obnoxious in some cases. You have someone who's a jerk without money or a jerk when they're sober, you give them some money or you give them some alcohol. Sometimes it's the magnifying glass. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? But that's, in my opinion, that's a rare case. Can money make you a better version of yourself? Okay, so let me ask you this. How much do you think about money? Like all the things I talk about, if money could cut a check for a problem, you guys put a lot of things down. What if you could cut a check for all of those things and they went away and you didn't feel choked by money anymore? What if, let's just imagine here for a moment, what if, okay, I want to envision, as a note, envision your future. Okay, what if you woke up tomorrow and the credit card was done, the bill was done, the mortgage was paid off, there's money away for your kids' college, you're a retiree and there was enough money there, mortgage problems, life problems, retiring your parents, making sure your kids were okay, all the things that we mentioned, I don't want to go through again. What if they were gone tomorrow morning? Can you feel that? Take a deep breath as if that was gone tomorrow. Now, again, I'm not pitching anything here. I'm telling you, mindset starts the evolution of making more. This is not about me telling you how to get rich tomorrow morning, but you can't get wealthy or generate more money in life until you get this crap out of your head. I hope that makes sense to you. But what if they were gone tomorrow? What if you got to a place where you never worried about money again? It was never a thought. You never woke up thinking about it. You never talked to your husband, your wife, your kids, your children, your friends, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. You never even had a conversation about it. You just didn't think about it. Let me ask you, you're sitting in a room right now, wherever you are. You're sitting someplace watching me, whether live or watching the recording. You're watching me. When is the last time you thought about the oxygen in the room? When's the last time you went, wow, this air, really good. Glad to have it. Keeping me alive. My lungs are processing it. It's going through my bloodstream, feeding my brain. Glad my blood's oxygenized. No, you haven't thought about oxygen or air once since you've been watching me. Why? Because there's an abundance of it. You stop thinking about it. Give somebody a straw, a tiny little cocktail straw, and try to breathe through that. All you would think about is oxygen. Squeeze someone's throat. The only thing you would think about is oxygen. We think about money because it's not all around us. It's not abundant. We're breathing through a little cocktail straw, right? So I want you to imagine tomorrow morning you woke up. Really think about this. Do this with me. You're waking up. How would you breathe? How would you feel? What weight would be off your shoulders if money was no longer something you thought about? You cut checks for the problems in your life, and they're gone. And now you're left with you. You're left with you. How could you be a better version of yourself? Would you get therapy? Would you join a mastermind? Would you get a counselor? Would you get a coach? Would you get a nutritionist? Someone to help you with your diet? Would you get a personal trainer? Would you spend more time at church or go deeper on your spirituality? How often would you exercise? Would you get some courses on how to be better in your relationship and stop screwing up the things that we mess up all the time? Would you be a better parent? Would you coach one of your kids or your grandchildren? Or would you take your nephew or niece someplace? Would you do more surprises? Would you stop being on your phone all the time? Would you stop being distracted in life? Could you work on your ADD? Could you work on your overwhelm? Could you work on the anxiety that you have that you don't even tell anybody you have? Could you work on the stress that you have that could slowly be eating away at you and killing you? I'm not trying to do anything except give you a different mindset and a foundation to see that if you get money out of the way, there is a better version of you waiting. I want to tell you, in my life, I get to coach my daughter's softball team. I get to coach my son's flag football team. I get to coach my son's baseball team. I get to go watch my daughter when she has dance, either practice. I don't just go to games, I go to the practices. I just do. How long are they going to be here? They're 8 and 10. I'm going to blink and they're going to be gone. I'm sucking up as much as I can. I couldn't do that if I worried about money. My health. I'm going to be 50 next year. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm not bragging, but I get to have a naturopath. I get to study nutrition. I get to go to the best doctors. I get to work out every single day. If I want a personal trainer, I got one just like that. I get to work on me. I read a book every 10 days. I go to counseling. I'm friends with some of the most incredible people, Tony Robbins, Dr. Daniel Amen, all these incredible people that I have in my life. I jump on a plane and go see them all the time because I want to gain their knowledge and their wisdom, and I want to share what I've learned. Spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on Mastermind to gain the wisdom because I'm not the guy that wants to go to college for 6 years. Just give me a weekend, give me all the stuff that works, and I'll go freaking do it. I know the rabbit and the tortoise, right? I want to be the rabbit and the tortoise combined. I want to go fast but steady and consistent. How do you do that? By being smart like you and gaining the unfair advantages from people who've done it before. The hardest way to learn in life is learning through your own trial and error. We know that's dumb, right? So I get to do those things. I get to work on, what about you? I get to work on finding what my purpose is, what charities I like, what makes me tick. You know, being in the second half of my life, like, I want to know what the hell I'm here for. I want to know my relationship with God on a deeper level, or my spirituality. I want to learn to meditate on a better level. I want to learn to have gratitude journals every day of my life and every night of my life. I want to do all these things. And when you get money out of the way, you're allowed to. How about helping others? Who do you want to help? Would you be a better version of yourself if you could cut checks or be a part or jump on a plane and go dig a well in Africa, or help lay the bricks of a school someplace, or help rebuild in Houston or in Florida? Does that make you a better version of yourself? And what about growth? Like I said, how much knowledge would you get? Who would you pay to coach you? Who would you pay to be a part of? Right? Those are the types of things I want you to think about. Is how could money make you a better version of you? Again, this is all foundational stuff. This is all the principles. But if you don't have this mindset, if you're carrying over a mindset from your parents or grandparents who, went through the Depression, if you're carrying on, negative beliefs and wrong beliefs about money, you'll just wonder, man, I was this close to making it so many times. Why am I still stuck in this job? Why did my friends get ahead? Why did he get ahead? She get ahead? Why did Dean's other students get ahead? A lot of times it's as simple as your relationship with money.